King Charles III's miserable childhood. Elizabeth missed Charles's first steps. His first word was Nana, spoken to his nanny. Prince Philip tried to mold his son into a man's man. He sent Charles into a hellhole of a school. The prince was bullied and clung to his teddy bear. In 1954, Elizabeth II returned home from a Commonwealth tour. She hadn't seen her 5-year-old son for half a year. Grandees awaited her on the deck of the Britannia. Charlie tried to jump the line to reach his mom. Elizabeth batted him away.
No, not you, dear.
When it was his turn, she just shook his hand. This incident summarizes Charles's childhood. He was born on November 14, 1948. His father Philip was playing squash. Charles spent his first Christmas away from his parents. Elizabeth joined Philip at his naval posting in Malta. Charles was left in the care of his grandparents. His parents missed his first steps and his first teeth. In 1952, Elizabeth succeeded her father on the throne. Further foreign trips followed. Charles saw his nanny more than anyone else. Perhaps that's why his first word was Nana. This was common among aristocratic children, but even Elizabeth's friends regarded her as a distant parent. She did, however, put an end to one tradition. Royal children no longer had to bow before the sovereign. Elizabeth left most of the child rearing to Philip. He had his own ideas. He bought Charles a cricket bat at 1. Philip hoped he'd be a man's man like him. He often expressed disappointment in Charles. Once he chided his son for reading in bed.
If he wants to sleep, why doesn't he sleep? If he wants to read, why doesn't he sit in a chair and read?
Charles was once asked if his dad told him to sit down and shut up.
The whole time, yes.
He admitted Charles was the first British heir to go to school. Charles was sent to Gordonston. It's a famously grim school in Scotland. Its founders wanted to produce philosopher kings, and they had a unique way of doing it. The students' lockers featured a detailed training plan. The plan listed all sorts of things: teeth brushed, rope climbed, and even cold shower. Charles was bullied relentlessly at Gordonston. When he was 14, he wrote,
I simply dread going to bed, as I get hit all night long. I can't stand being hit on the head by a pillow now.
Later, Charles would tell Harry that he had been persecuted. His only comfort was his old teddy bear.
It was a pitiful object, with broken arms and dangly threads.
Harry wrote, Charles never told his teachers what was going on. His parents never encouraged emotions. In the 1970s, Charles found a father figure in his great-uncle, Lord Louis Mountbatten. Mountbatten's influence was not always beneficial. He advised Charles to sow his wild oats and find a woman without a past. This ultimately led to Charles's marriage to Diana. Mountbatten was assassinated by the IRA. In 1979, Charles grew closer to his parents, but his childhood baggage never went away.